You in the fat loss period, steal a 600-calorie piece of food, then try to burn it off by running. Panting after half an hour. Sweating profusely. It's not hard to lose fat in your heart. As a result, the fat loss was unsuccessful after 1 month. Still 1.5 kilograms fat. In fact, just running. You can never beat diet. The best way is by regulating pilots after meals. Vegetarian levels to lose fat. We'll learn how to use the human body, biological loopholes in metabolism, melt stubborn fat. Today we will learn how to use the natural loopholes of the human body to lose fat. Want to beat fat? We need to understand why he's so stubborn. As early as 1997, research found that fat cells are not just warehouses for energy storage. He's covered in receptors. You can use these thin bodies as switches. Determines whether fat should remain or be broken down. The first is the cup tower thin body, equivalent to the green light of fat decomposition. When the hormone touches the cup tower receptor, unlocks fat cells. Release the energy inside for the body to burn. Your face. There are a lot of cup towers and thin bodies in arms and chest. That's why these places lose weight in the first place. The second is alpha coefficient lean body, red light equivalent to lipolysis. When the hormone touches the alpha coefficient receptor, will lock the door to fat cells. Stop releasing energy. Do your best to keep fat. And the subcutaneous fat covering your abs. Proportion of alpha coefficient receptors, much higher than the rest of the body. From an evolutionary point of view, these fats are there to protect your guts. Don't starve to death. Your body is born to want to keep this belly. When you do high-intensity aerobic sprints, CrossFit or hell interval training, the body goes into a fight or flight stress state. Release a lot of stress hormones, especially adrenaline and cortisol. On your arm, adrenaline triggers the green light. Let you lose arm fat. But in your belly, adrenaline triggers a red light and chronically high cortisol levels. There is a direct positive association with abdominal fat accumulation. So, you work yourself out in the gym. Put enormous pressure on the body, essentially using chemical signals. Tell belly fat, stay where you are. So how do you break the game? The answer is that you just need to get your body moving. Get him moving. But don't put emergency pressure on him. At this time, we enter a certain physiological state. Lipid oxidation zone. For example, your body has two fuel tanks. A tank is a small fuel tank, loaded with high explosive rocket fuel. That's the glycogen stored in our bodies. When you sprint to build weight, the body will use it. Because it burns fast. The explosive refrigerator is a giant cruise ship. It's your fat. The body prefers to spend a long time. Use it to function in low-intensity, slow-paced activities. Year 2021. There is an item called slow and steady or fierce and fast of large-scale medical analysis. 50 for relevant studies were summarized. End this prosecution controversy. Results show. High-intensity aerobic mainly consumes glycogen. Low-intensity aerobic mainly consumes fat. Your body never cares about your emotions. Only care about fuel efficiency. What you consume by running is Tanuan. Turn around and have lunch and make it up. And you walk. It consumes the fat stored in your waist and hips. This is the password to reduce waist and abdominal fat. If you want to lose belly fat, you go to the gym more and do weight training. But if you just want to lose weight, much simpler. You just have to walk. While walking, your heart rate will remain within a certain range. cortisol levels will remain low at this time. That means the alpha coefficient receptors in your abdomen will not be triggered. Lockup and fat oxidation efficiency is full. Speaking of walking, surely someone will say, doesn't running burn twice as many calories as walking? From the data point of view, running does win. Running for 30 minutes burns about 350 calories. A 30-minute walk can only burn about 150 calories. But it's no use just looking at the literal data. We are hormone-regulated biological machines, especially a ghrelin called ghrelin. When you do high-intensity exercise, the body senses a huge energy gap. Instant panic. Hunger levels will soar directly. You went for a run, just burned 350 calories. It's cool. But after an hour you're hungry. Add a meal. In the end, I consumed a few hundred more calories. For most lazy people, high-intensity aerobic can make you extremely tired. After running, you spread out on the sofa. If you can't move, don't move. In this case, your body subconsciously saves energy to make up for the cost of running. Walking is the opposite. Walking is self-regulating. Won't let hunger soar. It won't make you extremely tired. You can burn 300 calories of fat in an hour of walking. Appetite doesn't fluctuate at all. You also don't have to reward yourself by eating. Walking an hour a day is 300 calories. 2,100 calories 7 days a week. And walking is something you can do every day. The key to sustainability is fat loss. Some people who lose fat by running usually give up after 3 weeks, or knee pain, or not enough willpower, and the one who walks wins in the end. Just because it's easy, sustainable. We know that walking is the king of fat loss. How to plan to see the effect as soon as possible. Most people feel like walking for 2 hours at a time. Take 10,000 steps and you're done. Don't do this. This is the dumbest way. The method we're going to use is called the insulin superposition method. When insulin levels are high, losing fat is completely impossible. Insulin is a storage hormone. After you eat, he will be busy storing the energy. What we do, just after dinner, switch your body back to fat-burning mode as soon as possible. The first step is postprandial activation. A study by a diabetes caregiver found. Walk for 10 minutes immediately after the meal, compared to other times of the day. The regulatory effect on blood sugar has been qualitatively improved. You can walk 3 times a day, 10 minutes each time, in the morning and afternoon, immediately after dinner. It's that simple. 30 minutes of aerobic every day, about 3,000 steps. Do this, can directly improve the peak insulin after meals. Force the body to put the food you just ate. Use to function, instead of turning into belly fat. Step 2: don't sit in the parking lot if you can walk. Stop going around in circles looking for the nearest parking space. Park directly in the innermost parking lot. Then walk home. After arriving at the community, unless your home is higher than the 5th floor, otherwise take the stairs. Calories burned by climbing stairs are 3 times as much as walking on flat ground, as long as you activate Goto walk after cooking. You can walk 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day without knowing it. But if you're willing to put in a little more effort, see results faster, then you can learn to walk uphill. From a biomechanical point of view, steep slopes can double metabolic needs. But it doesn't bring running to the joints. The impact of the step. He'll force your hips and your country lift. Overload force. Against gravity. There is an explosive 12 or 13 on the extranet. 30 training methods. Just turn the treadmill to a 12-degree slope. Walk at 3 kilometers per hour for 30 minutes. He can hit the whole network, just because it really works. He burns almost as many calories as running. But it keeps you here. Fat burning interval filled by fat oxidation. When you walk on the treadmill, never hold the handrail. As soon as you grab the armrest and lean back, it's the weight on the legs. Transferred to the arm, just walk the 12-degree climb. Turned into a pointless low-intensity stroke. The core of fat loss can never be bypassed by diet if you eat less. Even if you break your leg, you won't lose weight. You can create a calorie gap with your diet. Achieve fat loss. Amplify fat loss by walking. While maintaining metabolic health, I recommend maintaining calories per day than your daily routine. Eat about 500 calories less. Keep walking. You'll see the effect soon. We live with an indoctrination. Can only come from a tormented world. Someone told you? Not in the gym until you sweat. Half dead is not fitness, but the most efficient way, often the most persistent path. Walking is the oldest human movement pattern. It's what we're born to do. He can clear your mind, reduce your stress, care for your joints. Of course, the effect of his belly loss. Better than almost any sport.